Good morning, y'all. It's been a while since I showed you our little garden. This is all the squash that come up. This sprinkler right here is giving me a fit. One minute it wants to move and the next minute it wants to stay still. So I've been moving it. It's really irritating me. Anyway, I got 4 squash plants come up. I figured that's enough for us. That's our best tomato out here. These other tomatoes, they're still really little. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all my little bitty carrots. They putting on a second set of leaves there. Looks like some of them are. No, I ain't thinning them out. What's gonna grow will grow and what won't. It said direct sow and that's what I did. These are my cauliflowers. Going back there. I got a mole out here. He's making me mad. Anyway, gotta get these. Try to keep the leaves off of them, these little cauliflowers. I did thin them out back there and I think it stunted them. Because look how little these are. And look how big these are. See? Anyway, this one here just ain't gonna do nothing. Right there, that's the plant. He just ain't gonna do nothing, I don't reckon. But I do have a mole coming in here. I've tried to squash his tunnels, but of course I can't find him. Anyway, that's my cauliflowers. These are my collards. They're looking better. A lot better than they was. So today's my water day here in the hood. So I'm trying to give them water, get the leaves that fall off my Mexican daisy right there over the fence. Trying to let them grow up to kind of camouflage this fifth wheel from the road. I mean, we can have it here because we did it proper and put fence around it like they require. Anyway, there's our collards. Here's our blackberries, which won't produce till spring. And here's my green beans. They've been doing real good. See the little green beans in there? I got me another mess I'm gonna pick next week. Probably 3 or 4 days. There's a whole bunch of them back there. They're all in there, see them? Plants are kind of looking weepy because I just watered them. They don't like water on top of them. But there's my green beans. Look at that big old baby. Look at that. That's nice, ain't it? Yep. So that's all our garden. How it's been doing. Look at them big ones. I must have missed them when I picked. Them's ready to pick. I can just get them and gnaw on them for lunch. Anyway, this is what I do on Saturday morning. This is my little garden here, for our veggie garden. And then I got this over here, my jungle back in here, all the way around. It goes slap to the other side of that little arbor, to the other side of there. It's a mess. I'll just show it to you. There's a Total mess. There's my hippo in my bird bath. Gotta clean that out again. But I clean it up, mess it up, clean it up, mess it up. Because I'm always, see my Catholic guava branch, I cut it. Let me get around here. Move. There's my beautiful Charlene, bleeding heart. That was a little tiny sprig of a cutting I took off her plant years ago. Anyway, this is a Catholic guava branch. I cut off some people call them cherry guavas. I stuck it in the pond and it started growing. Now we're trying to figure out where to put it in the ground. And look how big this garden has grown. Oh, my back is killing me this morning. This little papaya is loaded. There's a little pig under there. Look how big these bananas got. When we got them, they're 2 feet tall. Here's I think it's called a Barbados cherry. I'm hoping it's gonna bloom and make cherries this spring. This coming spring. And then over here is my garden behind our fire pit. There's our fire pit. I'm making changes in it. I've taken out a couple of these porter weeds. This one hangs over my walkway here and I don't like it. So I'm gonna cut this back. Oops, sorry, Mr. B. I didn't mean to upset you. Ooh, I upset a bee. I'm a porter weed. I think I'm gonna cut this one out and leave the other branch because I like having them for the bees and the butterflies. So, and then we got the one up against the shed right there. We kind of like that. We like having them, but they are so prolific. They come up like crazy. Anyway, I trimmed back my rose bushes. There's one. And there's one. Cut them way back so they can start over again because they get about 3 or 4 feet tall. Probably get taller than that if I let them. There's our other guava tree. Does the big green guavas that are pink inside. Look at my beautiful little shrimp plant. That's a wild spinach. I can't remember the botanical name. But you can't eat it, but you have to process it like you would poke salad or other wild spinaches. And then we got the mango tree over here. Oh, this is another coral plant. Some people think it's marijuana. Had a friend plant a bunch of them outside. And somebody come and stole every one of them from her. Thinking they was marijuana. Anyway, that's my loquat tree that some bug has found and likes. These got to be planted. This is our other mango. We planted one out front and it's doing real well. These are our fig trees. You have to have them up off the ground here in Florida because we have nematodes in our soil. This is our other one that already fruited. We took the fruit. This one's got 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, 9. This one's got 9 fruits. I don't know if you can see them. Anyway, this one's already fruited, but it sure is looking pretty This is our other porterweed. Dang sun. I ain't cussing the sun, Lord. Thank you for the sun. Just messes up my pictures. This is a papaya I had left in a pot, and it kept growing. Got its little brother right there. This is my other Charlene Bleeding Heart. These are all little just cuttings I took. This is my purple swamp mallow. Dang it, I see mealybugs. I'm gonna have to take care of that mess. Got some little baby coral plants. Because the seed pods, just stick them in the ground, them things will grow. So, anyway, here's my other Charlene Bleeding Heart. It was a volunteer off of one of them I had sitting here. And a piece of it grew out of the bottom of the pot. I didn't know it would grow. I just left the root there, and lo and behold, there it is. So I put this cage around it so it wouldn't fall out here in the walk path. So I gotta turn my water off. I'm done watering that garden. Here's some more tomatoes Tim has in these. We grew some in these a few months ago. Got some little Roma tomatoes, but it was really hard. This is the back side of the garden. That's what Crystal sees when she comes out of her little tiny house, as she calls it. Her little fifth wheel she's got parked here. So, let me turn this water off. I think I watered them enough. But that's what's been going on with our garden. Oh. I get it cleaned up and then I start trimming stuff. My problem is I have a problem with throwing cuttings away. But I am getting better at it. Like that Catholic guava. See, I cut it off of this guava tree here. Can't see it because of the sun. But it grows here up behind her fifth wheel. And I cut it off of it because I don't want nothing scrubbing up against her fifth wheel. And I can't show it because the sun's just so bright. But anyways, this is it. Has really pretty wood, I think. Let me get here. See, I think the wood is really pretty. Anyway, stuck it in the pond, it started growing, so we're gonna plant that somewhere. Some people call them cherry guavas. We always call them Catholic guavas. Anyway, I love y'all. Be a blessing when and where you can. I'm gonna go pour me a cup of coffee. I made it before I came out here and I ain't had none yet. And then I'm gonna start watering the jungle over there. Since it's my water day. Y'all be blessed. I love y'all.